Welcome to my podcast. Today, I would like to talk about codependence versus balanced relationships. I wanted to talk about this today because in my own life, I have witnessed my evolution in this area. Codependence is about being attached to someone emotionally. You can tell that you are in a codependent space because you find yourself taking actions or making decisions solely based on the well-being of the other person. As a child, I had the responsibility of dealing with a chronically ill parent. It was difficult to cope because there were plenty of times I worried if they would survive. This parent's well-being became my main focus. They became my world. I did everything possible to make them comfortable, even at the expense of my own comfort. I did not know how to cope with this stress and constant turmoil. They were always on my mind. If they needed me, I was at their beck and call, thus shaping my experience and understanding about what relationships are all about. I thought that love meant complete sacrifice of oneself. Because they were sick, I did not feel like I had the right to complain or say anything. What they needed came first. I learned how to overgive. I learned how to overextend myself. I learned how to completely ignore my own needs and focus on another person. I learned that I needed to completely rearrange myself to make another person happy. So this pattern played itself out over and over again in my interactions with others. Constantly feeling unappreciated, constantly feeling like I needed someone there with me because me being alone in my own world was not enough. The pivotal turning point in my life was a key relationship in my life. I would call this relationship the relationship from hell. This person swept into my life like a hurricane and completely stirred up all my suppressed emotions. It was like I could finally see myself for the first time. They were my mirror. I could not hide my feelings. I found myself in arguments with them. I found myself making just crazy decisions to benefit them and keep them comfortable. I got lost in the relationship. I felt like I was drowning. I felt such deep emotion for them, but at the same time, I could feel the toxicity of the relationship as well. I needed to make this relationship work. What could I do to make that happen? It did not matter how they treated me. I needed to make them love me. It was a deep attachment. It was like I could not stop myself. If they needed something, I was there. Their pain was my pain. Their moods affected my moods. It was like we were energetically attached at the hip. So I remember going on an amazing trip, to Vegas with a girlfriend of mine. And the trip was awesome, As soon as she saw me at the airport, though, for the first time, she could see that something was wrong, because she's been knowing me for years. And she could just tell, like, something was off with me as soon as she saw me. I looked drained as if I had lost my joy life. I did not know what to say because inside I felt like there was like a tornado going on. Okay. Now our trip went really well. And while waiting at the airport in order to, to get home, I received a call from the person I was in a relationship with. And they were going off on me because I was not available for them when something negative happened to them. Something went down in their life and I wasn't there. And I was out of town. So that's why I wasn't available for them. And they took it out on me. Now looking back, if that had happened today, what? They would have got the business from me and would have got completely distanced out of my life, okay? Because I would not entertain that level of foolery. But at that moment, I felt crushed. I felt like they had ruined my whole trip, okay? Even on the plane ride home, it was just so unhappy. I was just so distressed and unhappy and in turmoil. I did not know it at the time, but they had given me a huge gift. It helped me to begin the journey of trying to figure out what the hell this was, okay? And why did I get so emotionally topsy-turvy around this person? After enough of these experiences, I realized that I needed to distance myself from this person until I could work out what this internal chaos was about. I stopped communicating with them and started doing a lot of internal exploration. They helped me to see myself. The negativity of my experience pushed me to start looking inward. It is a difficult space to be in when you know that you are intelligent, but find yourself constantly at a loss in a relationship. You wonder, why am I giving this person so much power? It all comes down to your emotions. Walking away from a person may happen in stages, but if you begin the inner work, it will get easier for you to set boundaries. The best thing you can do is observe yourself. Observe how you feel. Being conscious of your emotional responses is a big part of detaching yourself. Being aware of what the patterning looks like is huge. And that is why the book Codependent No More by Melody Beattie was such a godsend in my life. She was speaking my language, expanding my awareness to what was going on in my life. To really get to the root of the pain, a great resource is the Daynee Method, designed by Mata Eliza Dalian. The Daynee Method helps you to voice your emotions while focusing on your breath and your body. It helps you to get to the energetic root of the issue. Now, some signs that your relationship is codependent is that there's a lot of negative emotions attached to your actions. You do things out of guilt or obligation or fear. It could be fear of being alone or fear of being abandoned. Ask yourself why you're taking this action before you take it. Is this something that you want to do sincerely? Or is this because you feel you have to do it? It is important to remember that you will get through this. This is a powerful opportunity for growth and expansion. Nothing is by accident, and nothing has gone wrong. I did not know that at the time, because when you're in it, it just feels like, I don't even know how to get out of this, because it just feels like it's hitting you from every direction. But you will get through it. By you working on shifting these patterns, you open the door to more balanced relationships and more loving interactions with others. By working through these patterns, I literally saw my relationships with others transform as if by magic. So, thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.